Hi, I'm Nathan. So, when you apply for graduate school, it's very important to know the differences between the types of institutions of higher education or colleges and universities. Some institutions are well known for being prestigious and elite, such as Ivy League institutions or private prestigious institutions. Other institutions are well known for being research intensive institutions, such as public land grant research institutions, or also we call them flagship institutions. Other institutions actually focus more on teaching than on research, such as state institutions. Also, some institutions are well known for granting research or PhD degrees, while others focus more on granting master's degrees. So, the type of institution you should apply for depends on your goals and your needs, and also the level of education you would like to apply for, or the level of degree. So, let's learn these differences. Okay, so let's start with Ivy Leagues. Ivy Leagues are very prestigious private institutions. Actually, they are among the most prestigious institutions in the country. There are only 8 Ivy Leagues in the US, and they are all located in the northeast side of the country. Because Ivy Leagues are very prestigious and elite institutions, they tend to be very selective in terms of admissions. So, to be granted admissions to an Ivy League, you need to get almost perfect GPA and test scores, whether on ACT, SAT, or GRE or GMAT. And also, if you were an international student, you would need to get a very high score on IELTS or TOEFL. And so, given this prestige and eliteness, tuition and fees at Ivy Leagues are very high. And as a result, most of the students who attend Ivy Leagues tend to come from the high social class. However, Ivy Leagues usually provide a large number of scholarships and grants to their admitted students, especially because they are among the top students. So, the fact that tuition and fees of Ivy Leagues are very high shouldn't hold you back from applying. You may very well be granted scholarship or sort of grants. Okay, now what are the 8 Ivy Leagues in the US? They include Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Brown, Cornell, Columbia, Dartmouth, and University of Pennsylvania. While many students go to Ivy Leagues for bachelor's or master's degrees, Ivy Leagues are also a great option for PhD degrees. A PhD from an Ivy League would open the doors for you in the job market, given their prestige and eliteness and brand. So, if you are applying for a PhD, you need to consider Ivy League institutions. Okay, now public research institutions. Public research institutions are also referred to as flagship institutions. These are the most prestigious public research institutions in their own state. Almost each state has its own public land grant research institution. These institutions are well known for their reputation and they provide a large number of PhD programs. Actually, according to the American Academy of Arts and Science, almost 60% of PhDs granted across the country, they are granted by public land grant research institutions. Public research institutions have high reputation because they hire quality faculty, compete for grants, and also compete for the most competent students. And this is why also their tuition and fees are very high. However, because their mission is to grant accessibility for low income and minority students, they grant a large number of scholarships and assistantships. So the fact that tuition and fees of public research institutions are very high shouldn't hold you back from applying. Now, examples of public land grant research institutions or flagships may include University of California, University of Michigan, University of Virginia, University of Missouri, Indiana University, and University of Texas, just to name a few. Now, public land grant research institutions or flagship institutions are a very good option for bachelor's and master's degrees, but they are actually the best option for a PhD. So, if you would like to apply for a PhD program, you would be best situated in a public land grant research institution or a flagship institution. So, good luck. Okay, so now private institutions. Private institutions actually vary in prestige, but some of them are very prestigious institutions. And like Ivy Leagues, which are also private institutions, they have a mission of promoting excellence and quality. And this is why also they tend to be very selective in terms of admissions. So if you would like to be granted admissions to a private prestigious institution, you may very well need a very high GPA and high test scores. Now, examples of private institutions may include Stanford University, MIT, California Institute of Technology or Caltech, Vanderbilt, Duke University, Rice University, Boston University, University of Southern California or USC, Washington University, and Syracuse University. These are among the most prestigious private institutions. Okay, now state university or state institutions. Now, state university are also public institutions, but they focus more on teaching than on research. And this is why they tend to offer bachelor's and master's degrees. They don't typically offer doctoral or PhD programs. These are typically offered, as explained before, by public land-grant research institutions or flagships and Ivy Leagues. State institutions also offer a large number of professional degrees in law, nursing, health administration, and public administration. State institutions are devoted by the states to provide or promote teaching and affordability. And this is why tuition and fees of these institutions tend to be lower than tuition and fees of public land-grant or flagship institutions and Ivy Leagues. And this is why most of the students coming from the middle and low social class tend to attend state institutions versus Ivy League or private institutions. So if you are on a tight budget, you would be best situated in a state institution because their tuition and fees are much lower than private and public land-grant research institutions. In terms of selectivity, these institutions tend to be less selective than private or Ivy League institutions or even research institutions. And this is why, even if you don't have the best GPA or the best test scores, you may still very well be granted admissions to a state institution. Examples of state institutions may include California State University, Indiana State University, Missouri State University, and Texas A&M University. Okay, now liberal arts colleges. Liberal arts focus more on undergraduate education in liberal arts, including humanities, social sciences, and life sciences, as opposed to technical and professional education. Liberal arts emphasize the breadth versus the depth of knowledge, and they are distinguished by their small size. And this is why faculty members in liberal arts have personal interest in student education and student satisfaction. So given their small size, liberal arts tend to be very selective. And most of the scholarships and grants are almost exclusively given to undergraduate students, unlike in public land-grant research institutions where graduate students are the main focus. Now, examples of liberal arts may include Amherst College, Claremont McKenna College, Middlebury College, Pomona College, and Williams College. So if you'd like to apply for graduate school to earn a master's or a PhD, liberal arts might not be the best option for you. Liberal arts would be the best option for you if you want to apply for an undergraduate degree. Okay, now community college. Community colleges are public two-year institutions, and they offer certificates, diplomas, and associate degrees. Associate degrees are two-year degrees that are lower than bachelor's degrees. And students can go to community college after graduation from high school. Students typically go to community college and then transfer some of their credits to a four-year institution to earn a bachelor's degree. Community colleges have the mission of preparing students to the workforce or transferring to a four-year institution. Many community colleges have what we call open enrollment, meaning you don't have to have a high school high GPA in order to enroll in community college. Also, tuition and fees of community colleges are not that high. The annual average of tuition and fees in a community college could be from $2,000 to $4,000. Examples of community colleges may include Santa Barbara City College, Los Angeles City College, East Mississippi Community College, East Los Angeles College, or what we call ELAC, Citrus College, and Saddleback College. Okay, so when you apply for graduate school, it's very important to apply to the right type of institution. If you seek prestige, there may be an Ivy League or a private prestigious institution would be the best option. If you would like to earn a PhD from a reputable public institution, then a land-grant public research institution or a flagship institution would be the best option. But if you are on a tight budget, then maybe a state institution would be a great option for you because it's more affordable. If higher education is not one of your priorities, or if you would like to enter the workforce quickly, then maybe a community college would be a great shortcut for you. Although you should aspire to attend a top institution, you should consider institutional selectivity. You shouldn't apply to an institution whose student academic ability is substantially higher or lower than yours, so that you wouldn't be over or under matched. Okay, now that you understand the differences between the different types of institutions, you can choose the right type of institution that fits you and matches your needs and goals so that you can complete your degree successfully. Alright, that's all for today. If you think the content of this video was helpful to you, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you wouldn't miss the next videos. Also, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below or ask any questions and we'll do our best to answer all these questions. Well, that's all. Thank you so much and we'll see you next video. Bye bye.